All right. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Back at again with another video. This is gonna be another edition in the Greatest of All Time series, and this one's gonna be starring Kendrick Lamar. And shout out to the brother Quan144. I'm saying I'm a subscribe to his channel. I'm a big fan of his videos, like his videos, and I commented on one of his videos, his latest videos, asking him if he could check out my channel, check out my videos, and support an up and coming brother on YouTube. And he said he would do it, and he commented asking could I do a video on Kendrick Lamar being the greatest of all time. And so Quan144, this is for you, man. And I'm a big fan of Kendrick Lamar myself. So let's get into the video. If you want to see more videos like this, first of all, give the video a like. I'm an up and coming YouTuber. Help support a brother. Help support a young brother. You know what I'm saying? Try and make it on YouTube. Comment what other rappers or this video isn't this series isn't just for rappers. I can do it on athletes. I can do it on athletes, football teams, basketball teams, whatever. Videos, whatever, man. Rap duos, rap groups. I'm gonna do one on Outkast next. I'm gonna do an Outkast video saying why they're the greatest duo or group of all time in the history of hip hop. But let's get into this video. Make the case for Kendrick Lamar. Okay, Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. That's his full name. He's from Compton, California. 33 years old. Kendrick's been in the rap game for a very long time. Since the mid 2000s, him and J Rock and Ab Soul and Schoolboy Q, they started their little black hippie super group in the early mid 2000s, and they're labeled Top Dog Entertainment in the mid 2000s. They were releasing mixtapes and all types of stuff. Okay, Kendrick Lamar is one in a long line of West Coast rappers. He's the new, you can kind of say he's like the new king of the West Coast, even though Roddy Ricch is coming. But Kendrick Lamar's held down the West Coast for the least past 10 years. First it was NWA and all them. They put on with the gangster rap shit. And of course they broke up. Then you could say it was Ice Cube and Easy or Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, Ice Cube was doing his thing. America's Most Wanted, That Certificate and all that. The Predator. Easy was doing his thing over at Ruthless. Of course, Dr. Dre did his thing, just putting on Snoop Dogg and dropping his legendary album, The Chronic. The West Coast ruled hip-hop in the 90s, man. These the early, late 90s, Warren G, Nate Dogg, The Dog Pound, Corrupt and Daz, and, of course, Death Row. Then Tupac, of course. Then after Pac passed away, the West Coast kind of fell off, and they didn't really, get back in any form of relevance, per se, until The Game. The Game, of course, debuted in 2005, his album, The Documentary. The Game was discovered by Dr. Dre, signed him to Aftermath, and, he had 50 Cent help him because Game could rap his ass off, but he couldn't make songs or catchy hooks. So he had 50 Cent help him. 50 had him part of G Unit, and we all know that story. They've been beefing ever since. But and when the Game was running the West Coast, Kendrick Lamar was doing his thing in the underground. And of course, Game gave Kendrick Lamar the cosign. So did Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre and Kendrick, they co-signed it, and Kendrick Lamar and all his TDE, TDE mates, Schoolboy Q and all them, they signed to Aftermath Interscope. And that was the start of Kendrick Lamar's run. Kendrick Lamar, he released his EP, his self-titled EP, the Kendrick Lamar EP in 2010. Okay, then next year in 2011, he released his album Section 80. Okay, Section 80, which was a classic album. Starting off your career with a classic album is legendary, great. Obviously, all the other greats have done that. Then the next year in 2012, Kendrick Lamar released his legendary album, Good Kid, Mad City, which I think is his best album, and it's arguably the best album of the 2010s decade. Released that in 2012 with the singles, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, he had Jay-Z on that track, and then Swimming Pools, Drank, Backseat Freestyle, and all types of shit on that legendary album. People compare that to Illmatic, which I can understand. I would compare it to Good Kid, Mad City to Illmatic. Good Kid, Mad City is technically, some people say that's technically his debut album because that was a major label debut album. It wasn't no independent shit. It was a major label debut album, so that's why people say that's his first album. Even though we all know Section 80, but that's whatever. That's enough. That's something else. But He released that in 2012 to critical and acclaim. Commercial acclaim. So he's off to a good start. In 2013, he's featured on Big Sean's song "Control," and that was a very controversial moment because on his verse he was name dropping a bunch of dudes, and he one thing that got people's attention when he said he was the king of New York. I'm Machiavelli's offspring. I'm the king of New York. Stuff like that. That garnered negative response from Joe Budden and P. Diddy and Lupe Fiasco, Joel Ortiz. Everybody was pissed off. Then, of course, he name dropped a bunch of rappers, Tyler, the Creator, Drake, A$AP Rocky, Meek Mill, J. Cole, J. Electron, Mac Miller, rest in peace. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They do not want to hear not one word of verb from you niggas. Some shit like that. It's been a long time since I've heard that song, but yeah, even though people try to build it up as a diss, like he was dissing those guys, he wasn't dissing those guys. He said, I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder y'all niggas, Kendrick basically, he's saying he's trying to be the best, and in that verse, he aligned himself with the best, I heard in barbershops, they be great debates all the time about who's the best MCs, Kendrick, Jigga, and Nas. Obviously, he got that from Jay-Z. When Jay-Z said, where I'm from where niggas pull your card and argue all day about who's the best MCs, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas, Of course, Nas reinterpreted it on the Ether disc, and Kendrick brought it back. He also name dropped Eminem and Andre 3000, who some people would say those guys are in the conversation as the greatest of all time. And that's another amazing thing about Kendrick Lamar. This is the cover of Section 80. That's another amazing thing about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is one of the younger dudes. Like most of the people you bring up in the GO conversation, like all those guys I mentioned, they're all in their 40s. Other than Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's the only guy. Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar are the only, new generation millennial guys who are driving the GOAT debate. Of course, Wayne is 37, 38 years old, and Kendrick's 33 years old, but everybody else is 40 plus, damn near 50. Jay-Z is 50. Pac and Biggie, of course, are deceased. Nas is damn near 50. 3K, I believe, is 45 years old, so he's halfway there. Eminem's damn near 50, Also, that's even more impressive about Kendrick Lamar. And the fact that he's been relevant for like 10 years, since 2011, Section 8 or 2010 with the Kendrick Lamar EP. So he's a fairly young dude, and he's brought up in the GOAT debate, which speaks to how talented he is as a rapper and how high regard he's held in by the younger generation and the older generation as well. This is Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City. And that's what I like about Kendrick Lamar, before I get into Pimp a Butterfly. That's what I like about Kendrick Lamar. He's always showed love to the older generation, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Eminem, 3K, shouted out Mobb Deep and Lil Wayne and DMX and Eazy-E and Corrupt and Ice Cube. That's one thing, Rakim. That's what I love about Kendrick Lamar, man. Nowadays, all these young cats, the young dudes, us young dudes, because I was born in the early 2000s, so I'm part of this generation. A lot of these guys are dissing calling them old heads and grandpas, and they're haters, like 21 Savage and people like that. And for the most part, and look, I'm not gonna lie, some of them do be hating. Some of them you could say are hating or jealous or per se. But at the same time, you gotta also show love to some of those dudes, man. Especially some of the legends like 3K, Andre 3000 and whatnot, because it won't for them. Hip hop would be completely different. It won't for them. You know what I'm saying? It'd be completely different. So I'm not saying you have to be a fan of their music or show them love, or if they give you bullshit, just take it, swallow the pill. I'm saying you should show your respect. You don't have to like them, but you should respect them. You know what I'm saying? So if someone asks you a question about Pac or Big or whoever, just say, well, I didn't grow up listening to their music, but I know what their legacies are, and I know what they represent, so I thank them and I appreciate them, even though I'm not fans of them, even though I don't listen to their music like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But no, it's like, fuck them niggas, I'm better than them. Old head motherfuckers, they dead and shit. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Shit like that. It's just dumb. But the reason that is, I'm not trying to get off topic. It's a Kendrick Lamar video. But the reason why that is, just going to change the screen. The reason why that is because, a lot of these dudes grow up in a home with no fathers. No fathers, no older males to respect. No father, no stepfather, no uncle, teachers, no, but they don't respect older males. So when an older male comes at them, they just disrespect them. Which is disappointing was when the female rappers, they can show love to like Lil Kim and Lauryn Hill and, Not the female rappers and singers show love to Beyonce and Janet Jackson and shit. Hell, even some of the male singers, show love to Usher, Michael Jackson, but the male rappers just don't for whatever reason. And that's another video for another day. Let's go back to this, okay? This is obviously Kendrick's, legendary album, "To Pimp a Butterfly," which was dropped in 2015. 2015, for all of us remember, was like the beginning of the beginning of the Black Lives Matter movement, or the first height of it. After 2016, Black Lives Matter kind of fell off, in terms of relevance and all that. Now they're having a resurgence ever since the George Floyd situation. All they're talking about is Breonna Taylor, but George Floyd was the one that kind of brought him back in terms of national relevance, worldwide relevance. But yeah, this album came out in the middle of that, 2015, obviously after years after Trayvon Martin and after Michael Brown and Alton Sterling, and right before like Philando Castile, because I believe he got shot in 2016, and Eric Garner as well. Kendrick dropped this album, obviously with the legendary song "All Right," which people still chant it today. We gonna be all right. And that's another amazing thing about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is a conscious rapper, but he's mainstream and he gets love from the critics and commercially. He gets love critically and commercially. Most conscious rappers only get love critically, but not commercially, because they don't want, the mainstream doesn't want to hear about poverty and all that shit, and all that conscious woke shit. They want to hear party songs or songs about you being a gangster and a thug. Constantly, you go, I wonder why they only want to hear songs promoting negative behavior, negative and degeneracy, to be honest with you. But yeah, but that's amazing about Kendrick Lamar. Of course, you had mainstream rappers who were conscious, like Tupac, well, at least before he got locked up, Nas, and Rakim, whatever, whomever. Some people classified Kanye as a conscious rapper, Lupe Fiasco. Those guys had some mainstream success, but in this day and age, where all these dudes rap about is the trap and partying and drip and and emo shit, sing-songy, auto-tune bullshit. A girl broke my heart and I'm emotional about it. All that shit like that. For Kendrick Lamar to be a conscious rapper and to get this much commercial praise speaks to him. And it, sorry, I'm stuttering, but it shows how talented he is and how he can go into the commercial radio world, get a radio hit, commercial hit, but he also speak on some serious shit. And he gets love. Like I said, he gets love from the older generation and the young generation, I remember I was watching an interview with the Migos, okay, and Lil Yachty, and they were asked who were the greatest rappers of all time, And Takeoff of the Migos say Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper of all time. Okay, Roddy Ricch stated he was influenced by Kendrick Lamar. Of course, Roddy Ricch is from Compton. But, they're younger generation. They're younger than Kendrick. And, you don't think Kendrick be the type of guy they listen to. But, he is. And that speaks volumes to him. They hold him in high regard. And some of the older generation hold him in high regard. Okay, now this is Kendrick's album. Damn, this is the last album he dropped. Back in 2017, with the singles "Humble" and "DNA." This album won the Grammy for Best Album of the Year. And it won a Pulitzer Prize. Kendrick Lamar is the first rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize and probably the only rapper and a Pulitzer Prize is for outstanding achievement in literature, by the way, for people who don't know. In literature, people don't know. Kendrick Lamar was first and probably will be the only rapper to do that. And okay, now this is Kendrick Lamar with Nas. And of course, Nas, was the older generation that Kendrick's shouted out, saying he was influenced by Nas, and Nas is showing love towards Kendrick. That's an amazing thing about. Okay, so Kendrick Lamar, he's one of the greatest lyricists of all time as well. He's one of, is he better than Nas? No. Jay? No. I don't even say he's better than Andre 3000, to be honest with you. But Kendrick's right there in the top 10 lyricists of all time in hip-hop. So he's one of the greatest lyricists of all time. He has 4 classic albums since his debut, which only DMX, Outkast, and Kanye West have done. I've explained that in the DMX video. Kanye's first 5 albums were classics. Outkast's first 5 albums were all classics. Kendrick Lamar's first 4. Now we'll have to wait to see what his 5th album is like. I haven't heard any word about Kendrick dropping the project anytime soon. anytime soon, but hopefully he'll drop one soon. I think when he drops that one and it's a classic and it gets critical and commercial acclaim, that's cement his legacy. Kendrick Lamar honestly wouldn't have to drop any more music, honestly, after that. But I know he has a daughter now, so he wants to be a father, and he's married, of course. He has a wife, and wants to be a father, wants to have his family. So I can respect that. So she'll give the man his respect, his privacy, and his patience. But yeah, four classic albums, one of the greatest lyrics of all time. He's been one of the top rappers in the game, top 3 rappers in the game, past 10 years. The current king of the West Coast. Like I said, Roddy Ricch is coming. They're trying to replace, and I might have to do a video on that. But a lot of those rappers, Kendrick's generation, which of course like Drake and J. Cole and Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, Wiz Khalifa, Tyler the Creator, Rocky, and all them. They're all trying. The industry's trying to move those guys out the way. Okay, make way for the replacements. Okay, Nicki Minaj was replaced, of course, by Cardi B. That's really why Nicki Minaj don't like Cardi B, because Cardi's a replacement. I feel like they're trying to replace Kendrick Lamar with Roddy Ricch. They have different styles, but they're both from Compton, so something like that. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Quan144, man. You gave me the idea to do this video, and this video was for you and for other people who want to see more videos like this. Comment, give me an idea, give me a suggestion. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and yeah, this series, greatest of all time. Like I said at the beginning, it's not just for rappers and rap duos, rap groups, athletes, football teams. Like, you want to make a video on who you think the greatest football team of all time is, the greatest basketball team of all time is, greatest boxer, whatever. Here's the video, okay? So like the video, comment, and I'll see y'all next video.